In honour of the run-up to Christmas, for the next 24 days starting tomorrow, I'll be releasing a video where I talk about all 18 species of penguin. That's right, from the emperor to the little penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. I'll decide on which ones I cover based on a random wheel spin. So, if you're interested, hit me with a follow to stay in the loop, and let's start this journey together. I'll see you tomorrow when we start with the... Welcome to 25 Days of Penguins. This is where I spin the wheel and talk to you about a species of penguin. And today is day 1, so let's see what the wheel decides. Well, would you look at that? Today we're going to be talking about the white flipper penguin. This species is a subspecies of the little penguin, being between 30 centimeters tall and weighing around 1.5 kilograms. They are found in the Banks Peninsula as well as Monatua Island, close to Canterbury, New Zealand. The diet is made up of primarily small fish, and they will dig nests in which they will lay their eggs and raise their chicks. They are considered endangered as there is only around 3,750 breeding pairs. Check back in tomorrow to see who's up next. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 2 of the 25 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run-up to Christmas I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time we looked at the white flippered penguin. Let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? Today we're going to be talking about the Adelie penguin. This species is found along the Antarctic coast and is one of 2 species which permanently nests there, with the other one being the emperor. Alongside this, they are the smallest species of penguin found in Antarctica, being just 70 centimeters tall. They're famous for taking on large birds which threaten their chicks, and with such great ferocity that the predator backs down. They eat primarily shrimp, eating around 2 kilograms a day, which is half their body weight, being 4 kilograms. Tune back in tomorrow to see which species is next. Hey there folks, welcome to day 3 of the 25 Days of Penguins. This is the series that in the run-up to Christmas I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time we looked at the Adelie penguin. Let's see what the wheel chooses today. Well, would you look at that? It's the Snares penguin. This species is found around Snares Island, which is owned by New Zealand. They are 50 to 70 centimeters tall, depending on the gender. Snares penguins are lifelong maters, staying with the same partner throughout their life. They will return to the same nesting sites, often building their nests in the forests. They will lay 2 eggs, but only one will hatch, usually the second, larger egg. Currently, there is an estimated population of 63,000 mature individuals, giving them a healthy, stable population. Join us tomorrow to find out which penguin is next. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 4 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is a series where, in the run-up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguins, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the Snares penguin. Let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the royal penguin. This is a species of penguin found on the Marquis, Bishop and Clerk Islands. It is the largest of the crested penguins, being between 66 to 76 centimeters, depending on gender. They were heavily exploited for their oil up until 1918, with the yearly intake being estimated at 150,000 individuals. Fortunately, their population has recovered, with there currently being approximately 850,000 breeding pairs. That's over 1 million birds. Most of the population is located on the Marquis Island. Also, like most penguins, royal penguins leave their breeding grounds for the winter. However, we don't know exactly where they go. Some experts saying they will spend their winters near the southern seas. They're also the only species of penguin to have both a white face and a white chest. Join us tomorrow to find out which penguin is next. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 5 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is a series where, in the run-up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the royal penguin, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the king penguin. This is the second largest of species, being between 85 to 95 centimetres tall. They're found in the Arctic Circle, with the biggest population being found in South Georgia, where the colony numbers up to 200,000 individuals. Currently, there is an estimated total population of 1,600,000 breeding pairs, spread out over their range. Unlike most penguins, the king penguin breeding cycle will last 16 months, with chicks hatching in the summer, and as a result, their nesting grounds are inhabited all year round. Also, the king penguin doesn't make nests, and instead will balance their eggs on their feet until they hatch, usually taking around 50 days. Join us tomorrow to find out which penguin is next. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 6 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where, in the run-up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the king penguin. Let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the Humboldt penguin. Humboldt penguins are found along the Pacific west coast of South America, from Peru down to southern Chile. Their black and white colour scheme helps them to blend into the ocean. This is called countershading. Humboldt penguins can also drink both salt and fresh water. They can reach a maximum height of 70 centimetres and will weigh somewhere between 4 to 5 kilograms. They've also, unique to this species, evolved a pink patch around their beak. This skin is a way of expelling heat, keeping them cool. And they have the third smallest population, with there only being 23,800 individuals left in the wild. Leave a comment below on which penguin you would like to see the wheel spinning next, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 7 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the species where, in the run-up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguins, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the Humboldt penguin, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's our first hidden option. So, for this option, when it shows up on the wheel, I will talk about something that you may not know about penguins as a whole. And today, we're going to talk about the reason why penguins are actually called penguins. Because we got to get something straight. This is not a penguin. Neither is this, that, or that one over there. No, this is the original penguin. This is a bird called the great auk, which is a now extinct species of bird found in the North Atlantic, ranging from Newfoundland, Canada to parts of southern Spain. Its closest living relative, that you may know, is the puffin, and they were hunted to extinction in 1844. The reason our penguins were given its name is because when Europeans were exploring the southern hemisphere and stumbled upon birds which looked very similar to the ones back at home, they thought they'd give them the same name, even though there is actually no genetic relation between the two. And now, the only penguins are found in the southern hemisphere, and the link between the OG penguins and the new ones has been broken. Join us tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses next. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 8 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where, in the run-up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguins, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at our first hidden option. Let's see what the wheel chooses today. Well, would you look at that? It's the macaroni penguin. This species is found on both the Antarctic and the surrounding Arctic islands, including South Georgia. The name has nothing to do with the pasta, but actually relates to an old type of wig worn by English gentlemen during the 18th century. Macaroni penguins also eat the most food out of any seabird, with some populations eating around 8 million tons of krill in a year. Macaroni penguin chicks will digest stones in order to help them in the digestion of crabs. Due to factors such as climate change and overfishing, there is an estimated population of 26,498 mature individuals left in the wild. There is also a link between the increase in seal populations and the decrease in macaroni penguin populations, placing them in the vulnerable conservation category. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to join us tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 9 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where, in the run up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the macaroni penguin, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the emperor penguin. This is the largest species of penguin alive at the moment, being 120 centimetres tall, which, for reference, is around the same height as the average 6-year-old. They are also the least common species of Arctic penguin, with the population consisting of around 278,500 breeding pairs. Emperor penguins, during cold Arctic conditions, huddle together for warmth, which has the effect of making their colonies visible from space. Alongside this, an adult emperor penguin needs around 2 kilograms of fish a day. But during incubation, males will not eat for up to 4 months, relying on its fat reserves to feed both itself and its chick. Emperor penguins are one of the more unique species of penguin as they don't build nests, instead balancing their egg on their feet, ensuring that it doesn't touch the ice, and also developing a brood pouch to aid in this. Leave a comment below on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to join us tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 10 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where, in the run up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguins, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the emperor penguin, so let's see what the wheel chooses. But would you look at that? It's the chinstrap penguin. This species is named after its black coloration, which goes under its chin, making them look like they're wearing black helmets. They are sometimes called the stonebreaker penguin because of the harshness of their scream, which is alleged to have the ability to break stones. Chinstraps are known to dive up to 320 feet in search of food. They're found primarily in the islands surrounding the Arctic, sharing their habitat with both emperors, king penguins, and gentoos. And one of the names of a group of chinstrap penguins is a waddle. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to join us tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 11 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where, in the run up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the chinstrap penguin. Let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the Magellanic penguin. This species is found on both the Antarctic and the Pacific coasts of South America, in Argentina, Chile, and the Falkland Islands. But during the winter, those on the Atlantic coast will migrate to northern Argentina, Uruguay, and southern Brazil. This species of penguin is one of the few which actually dig burrows instead of nests, with these burrows often being 2 meters deep. They also have the longest lifespan of any penguin, living around 25 years in the wild and up to 30 years in captivity. They are among the most common penguin, with their population being somewhere between 2 to 3 million. They are also named after the famous Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan, who was among the first men to map the far south of Southern America in 1520. Leave a comment below on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to join us tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 12 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where, in the run up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguins, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the Magellanic penguin. Let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's our second hidden option. In this option, I talk about a cool fact about penguins. Last time, we looked at the OG penguins, the great auk. Today, I'd like to look at where the name penguin actually comes from. For the longest time, historians thought the word originated from the Italian word penguin, which can either be used to describe a part of the human body or animal that is covered by an additional tissue, which basically means they're very fat, or a bird which has been fattened up to be consumed. But the belief now is that the name penguin comes from a Welsh compound word, given the name by Sir Francis Drake when he first saw penguins. When broken down, you learn that pen in Welsh means head, and gwyn means white, which, when put together, gives you head white, which doesn't make much sense until you learn that in Welsh, the last word comes first. Hence, when you apply that logic to Welsh, gwyn pen becomes pen gwyn, which is where the word comes from, as the great auk, during winter, would change the plumage on its head, giving it a white head. So, the more you know. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next. Hit that follow button to join us tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 13 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run-up to Christmas I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time we looked at where the word penguin comes from. So, let's see what the wheel chooses. Is endemic to the region surrounding New Zealand, only breeding on the Bounty and the Antics Islands. Their crests are a way to help them attract mates, as it shows how healthy they are despite sacrificing their camouflage from predators. When nesting, they will lay two eggs, but will always reject the first, which is usually 85% smaller than the second. They will excrete the salt they get from eating seawater via their nostrils by sneezing or shaking their heads, and one of their most common predators are the petrel and the skua. Currently, there is 150,000 erect-crested penguins left in the wild, making these penguins endangered. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to join us tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 14 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run-up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the erect crested penguin, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Oh, would you look at that? It's another hidden option. And today, I want to talk to you about how penguins sleep, because when you think about it, you rarely see them sleeping. The strategy they've evolved, however, is quite simple and allows them to sleep for up to 1,000 times a day. However, these are in extremely short bursts, lasting a mere 4 seconds on average. And they can choose between resting half of their brain or resting the full brain. All these little sleeps adds up to the average penguin sleeping for 11 hours a day. The benefits of this strategy is that it allows them to remain vigilant when incubating, defending their eggs from external threats. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button. And if you're interested, on my main YouTube channel, I posted a video yesterday on the giant pangolin. The link is in the bio. Either way, tune back in tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 15 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run-up to Christmas, I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at how penguins sleep, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the Gentoo penguin. This is the fastest species of penguin with a top speed of 22 miles per hour. They are found in the Arctic region, sharing the same breeding islands as the king and chinstrap penguins. We're not actually too sure where the name Gentoo comes from, but one thought is that it may come from the Portuguese word gentio, which refers to somebody's genitals. Currently, this is the only species of Arctic penguin which has seen a significant increase in their population alongside their range, with there currently being 774,000 mature individuals. However, they are still placed in the endangered conservation category. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button. And if you're interested, on my main YouTube channel, I posted a video on the giant pangolin and why it's a living tank. The link's in the bio. Either way, tune back in tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses next. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 16 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run-up to Christmas I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time we looked at the Gentoo penguin, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the little penguin. These are the smallest species of penguin, averaging at only 30 centimeters tall and weighing just around 1 kilogram when fully grown. They are found both around New Zealand and also Australia, and there have been calls in recent years for the Australian population to be declared a new species due to the genetic differences. This species of penguin makes burrows to nest, and when in their burrows and needing to poop, they will stick their rear end out to the entrance and projectile poo, distance being sometimes as long as 50 centimeters, giving these small penguins the highest velocity poo of any animal in the animal kingdom. They are threatened by foxes and wild dogs, and so the Australian government have employed specially trained guard dogs to protect some colonies of little penguin, but their population is stable with a total of 250,000 breeding pairs. Leave a comment below on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to tune back in tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 17 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run-up to Christmas I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time we looked at the little penguin, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the rockhopper penguin. There are 3 distinct subspecies of rockhopper penguin. These are the northern, the southern, and the eastern species. You can tell these 3 apart based on their crests. Rockhoppers are the smallest of the crested species of penguin. They can live for up to 20 years in captivity, but usually only around 10 in the wild. The name comes from their habit of jumping up cliffs to get to their nest sites. Currently, there is an estimated rockhopper population of around 1.5 million, which, although it sounds impressive, is a 30% decrease in the past 30 years. The reason for this is due to low fish stocks as a result of overfishing. Of the 3 subspecies, the northern population is the most threatened, being classified as endangered, while the southern and eastern populations are just classified as vulnerable. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button and tune back in tomorrow to see what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 18 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run-up to Christmas I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time we looked at the rockhopper, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's another hidden option. Today, I want to talk to you about the classification of penguins. Firstly, we have the crested penguin. These include the royal, hockhopper, and macaroni penguins. This classification is based around the crests atop their head, giving them a distinct appearance. Next, we have the banded penguins. These include the Humboldt and the African penguin, distinct because they're bands which run across their body. We also have the brush-tailed penguins. These are the gentoos as well as the chin straps, and also the adeles. This classification is based around their bushy tails. We also have the great penguins. These are the largest species of penguin, and there's only two, being the emperor and king penguins. You also have two unique species of penguin, which are unrelated to the rest. These are the little penguin and also the yellow-eyed penguin, whose closely living relative is the crested penguin. But despite the uniqueness of all these different penguins, they can all trace their origins back to a common ancestor around 22 million years ago. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button, and tune back in tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 19 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series from the run up to Christmas. I analysed all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the different genus of penguin. So, let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the yellow-eyed penguin. This species is found around New Zealand, on the islands of Stewart, Codfish, Auckland and Campbell. This species of penguin is unique because instead of building nests, they find space between roots and grass thickets to lay their eggs. Their closest living relatives are the little penguin, but they are genetically unique from all other species of penguin. Yellow-eyed penguins are fairly antisocial, building their nests away from other penguins. And finally, the yellow-eyed penguin is considered endangered, with some of the things affecting them being overfishing and habitat loss. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to tune back in tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 20 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run up to Christmas I analysed all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the yellow-eyed penguin. So, let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the African penguin. This is the only species of penguin to breed in Africa, found in 28 places, but primarily South Africa. Due to the African sun, African penguins choose to dig burrows instead of building traditional nests. Their nests are primarily found in sand. Each African penguin has a different pattern of black dots on its belly, much like a human fingerprint, as it is a way of telling each individual apart. They also have a pink patch above their eye, which is used to dispel excess heat when it gets too hot. Currently, there is around 41,700 African penguins left, which is a 95% decline from the early 20th century, making this species endangered. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to tune back in tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 21 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run up to Christmas I analysed all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time we looked at the African penguin, so let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's the Fiordland penguin. This is a species of penguin found around New Zealand's Fiordland region. They will spend as much as 80% of their lives in the water, only coming ashore for breeding. They are around 71 centimeters tall, making them a medium height penguin, and can weigh somewhere between 1 to 2 kilograms. They are fairly antisocial, building their nests away from other penguins, and are easily disturbed by human intervention. They also have the potential of growing barnacles on the tails, after spending months at sea. Currently, there is an estimated to be somewhere between 2,500 and 50,000 Fiordland penguins, making this an endangered species. Leave a comment on what species you think will be next, and hit that follow button to tune back in tomorrow to find out what the wheel chooses. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 21 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run up to Christmas I analysed all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time, we looked at the Fiordland penguin. So, let's see what the wheel chooses. Well, would you look at that? It's our last hidden option. Today, I want to talk to you about an extinct species of penguin, because they are truly some of the most unique creatures. What we should probably get straight is that the emperor penguin is not the largest penguin to ever live. It's the largest one to currently exist, but not in the history of the world, with the recently found Penguin-ize taking this mantle. This species of penguin was found in New Zealand and is currently thought to have weighed around 150 kilograms and have been 6 feet in height. It existed over 50 million years ago, when Australia and New Zealand were closer to Antarctica, allowing for greater migration of penguins. Whilst there is no definitive reason for why this species of penguin went extinct, it is believed to be closely related to the emergence of predatory seals in New Zealand at this time, as this was a worldwide trend in which most giant penguins would go extinct during this period, whilst their smaller cousins were better able to adapt. Leave a comment on what species you'd like to see next, and hit that follow button to tune back in tomorrow to find out what the last wheel chooses for the final time. Hey there folks, welcome back to day 23 of the 24 Days of Penguins. This is the series where in the run up to Christmas I analyse all 18 species of penguin, as well as a few secret creatures. Last time we looked at the largest species of penguin, so for one final time, let's spin that wheel and see what comes up. Well, it's the Galapagos penguin. This is the most northern species of penguin and the only penguin to be found north of the equator on the Galapagos Islands. They are the second smallest species of penguin, being just 50 centimeters. As a result of living close to the equator and the climate being very warm, they have evolved numerous ways to stay cool. One of these methods is panting, which is the same thing that dogs use to stay cool. Galapagos penguins have no set breeding season because of the scarcity of food in the Galapagos Islands, and instead will breed whenever they determine there is an abundance of food, and will stay with the same partner for the duration of the breeding season. And finally, they are the rarest species of penguin, with only 1,200 individuals existing, making them an endangered species. Leave a comment if you've enjoyed today's feature, and tune back in tomorrow to find out what day 24 has in store. This is editor Jake jumping in here. Day 24 is a retrospective on this series. It's not really applicable here because I didn't upload everything regularly, but I do want to speak to everybody who's got this far. Firstly, well done. I can imagine it's been a bit of a slog. I'd like to thank you guys for sticking around this year. I started 6 months ago and we're already at a fairly good 354, I think, last time I looked. That's a pretty good number. So, I'm not going anywhere next year. I'm going to keep posting good content. I will say, I have seen the criticism, and it is rightly deserved, I won't lie. And math stuff, that's on me. That's going to be something I'll look at next year, is being a bit more critical of the facts I'm finding, or making sure I'm writing things down properly. Because a Siberian tiger going the length, 600 miles in a day, it's not the type of content I want to do here. It's not the standard I want to present here. I'd like to wish you all, and everybody that's here, a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Don't get too fat. I need you to stick around because I'm not going anywhere, and we're jumping right back into it. I got a few concepts in the back of my head which I'm really excited to go into next year with, and I think you guys are going to like it as well. So again, thanks to you guys that tune in every upload, because without you it generally couldn't happen. So I will leave you with this. Merry Christmas. Have a Happy New Year, unless you don't celebrate Christmas. In that case, happy whatever festival you do celebrate at the end of the year. And I'll see you in 2025. So, stay safe, drink water, and stay away from any predators that might kill you over the summer. That might kill you over winter. Merry Christmas.